Equally mind-bending is the technology allegedly powering these off-world fleets: anti-gravity propulsion systems. Believers claim that hidden aerospace teams long ago unlocked energy and flight systems that completely bypass traditional Newtonian physics. Stories describe triangular and disc-shaped craft capable of silent hover, instantaneous hypersonic acceleration, and sharp right-angle turns that would easily crush a human pilot under normal gravitational forces. Proponents frequently reference theoretical concepts like the Alcubierre warp drive or exotic field propulsion to give these claims a scientific veneer. However, mainstream physicists consistently point out a reality check. Manipulating space-time or gravity in this way would require exotic matter and energy levels vastly beyond anything humanity is currently capable of creating or controlling. While real physics is making incredible strides in ion propulsion and advanced propulsion concepts, none of it matches the gravity-defying ships described in SSP mythology. So why do these stories hold such a powerful grip on our collective imagination? The answer lies deep within human psychology. Psychologists who study conspiracy theories find that narratives like the secret space program often provide a profound sense of psychological comfort. In a chaotic, unpredictable world, the idea that someone somewhere is secretly in control, possessing godlike technology and conquering the stars, can actually feel more reassuring than accepting that we are fragile and alone on a vulnerable planet. Furthermore, social media algorithms naturally craft echo chambers around these topics, continuously feeding users content that validates their curiosities. Participating in these online communities offers a strong sense of belonging, making belief as much about human connection as it is about evidence. This fascination has taken on new life in recent years, with official government disclosures regarding unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. Official reports from intelligence agencies and congressional hearings have confirmed that military pilots routinely encounter objects in controlled airspace that cannot be immediately explained. While believers view these admissions as soft confirmation that the truth about the secret space program is finally coming out, government officials maintain a very different focus. Official inquiries are strictly concerned with flight safety, national security, and identifying potentially advanced foreign drone tech, stopping far short of validating secret space fleets, underground alien labs, or covert Mars bases. When we strip away the dramatic stories and step back to evaluate the SSP theory through rigorous scientific standards, the entire structure faces a critical flaw: an absolute absence of verifiable physical proof. There are no confirmed materials, no authenticated engineering blueprints, and no peer-reviewed data. Throughout modern history, even the most deeply guarded secrets, like the Manhattan Project or stealth bomber developments, eventually left undeniable paper trails and physical evidence within a few short years. Maintaining a spacefaring operation involving thousands of personnel across decades without a single verifiable leak with hard proof defies everything we know about human behavior and institutional secrecy. Ultimately, the secret space program remains one of the most fascinating pieces of modern mythology ever created. It sits right at the intersection of genuine military secrecy, high-concept science fiction, and humanity's eternal desire to explore the unknown. Whether you view it as an intriguing modern fairy tale or a shadow reality, it reminds us just how deeply we yearn to know what lies beyond the horizon. Beyond simple hidden budgets, the SSP mythology introduces one of its most ambitious concepts: the breakaway civilization theory. This idea suggests that a highly elite group of scientists, industrialists, and military figures effectively split off from mainstream society around the middle of the 20th century. Instead of sharing their technological breakthroughs with the world, they kept everything in total secrecy, pooling resources to build a parallel, highly advanced society. Proponents argue that while the rest of humanity was driving gas-powered cars and slowly developing basic microchips, this shadow group was already operating far beyond modern physics. Some versions of the theory even claim this breakaway civilization established permanent off-world colonies, functioning essentially as a separate branch of humanity with its own goals and social hierarchy. Critics, however, point out a massive flaw. Maintaining a multi-generational, highly advanced civilization across Earth and space without a single verifiable piece of physical proof or a defecting scientist with hard evidence stretches the limits of practical human secrecy beyond reason. Where did this mind-bending technology supposedly come from? That brings us to another foundational pillar of the theory, reverse-engineered extraterrestrial craft. According to SSP lore, major modern technological leaps weren't just the result of standard human ingenuity. Instead, they claim events like the famous 1947 Roswell incident involved the recovery of non-human spacecraft. From there, clandestine research teams allegedly spent decades studying, disassembling, and replicating alien propulsion systems, exotic materials, and clean energy sources. Proponents argue that breakthroughs in fiber optics, integrated circuits, and stealth technology were subtly seeded into public science from these off-world studies. But aerospace historians and physicists firmly disagree. They point out that standard publicly documented research and development fully explains every major technological leap of the 20th century without needing to invoke crashed UFOs or alien hardware. To support operations of this scale, believers argue that a massive network of underground infrastructure exists right here on Earth. While public attention focuses on famous test sites like Area 51, SSP lore claims the real action happens in deep underground military bases, or DUMBs. These facilities are said to be massive subterranean complexes connected by high-speed maglev tunneling systems, capable of carving through solid rock at astonishing speeds. According to believers, these hidden bases house everything from spacecraft assembly plants to genetic laboratories, completely isolated from public oversight. Proponents often point to strange seismic activity, mysterious construction permits, or unverified engineering documents as proof. Yet geologists, structural engineers, and government watchdogs consistently explain these phenomena through conventional mining, legitimate underground infrastructure, or standard military testing. Perhaps the most jaw-dropping claim within the entire SSP narrative is the idea of secret human colonies on Mars. Long before NASA's rovers ever rolled across the red planet, whistleblowers allege that humans were already living there in pressurized domes and subterranean bases. Some self-described insiders claim they were deployed to Mars under 20-year service agreements, working alongside international personnel or even non-human entities in mining and scientific ops. When rover photos show weirdly shaped rocks or unusual shadows, believers quickly label them as artificial structures or hidden machinery. Planetary scientists, however, attribute these visual anomalies to pareidolia, the natural human tendency to see familiar patterns, like faces or buildings, in random natural rock formations on a dusty planet. Imagine a world where humanity has already built colonies on Mars, mastered anti-gravity technology, and deployed a fleet of advanced starships across our solar system. Sounds like pure science fiction, right? But according to one of the most sprawling conspiracy theories on the internet, all of this isn't just possible. It's been happening for decades, right under our noses. This is the world of the Secret Space Program, or SSP, a shadow universe where black-budget military agencies, corporate elites, and a so-called breakaway civilization have quietly conquered space while the rest of us stay grounded, completely oblivious. Whether you fell down this rabbit hole through a late-night podcast, a sketchy documentary, or deep web UFO forums, the sheer scale of the claims is mind-blowing. We're talking about reverse-engineered alien spacecraft, deep underground military bases connected by hyperspeed tunnels, and whistleblowers claiming they spent 20 years serving on Martian bases. But how much of this is rooted in real-world secrecy, and how much is pure modern folklore? Today, we're dissecting every single angle of the Secret Space Program conspiracy theory, from Cold War secrets to exotic propulsion physics, to find out why this narrative refuses to die, and what mainstream science actually says about it. At its core, the SSP narrative claims that a secret faction of humanity achieved interplanetary travel decades ago. Believers argue that this wasn't done through NASA or public space agencies, but through a clandestine web of defense contractors, intelligence agencies, and military branches funding operations via untraceable black budgets. According to the lore, these programs operate entirely outside civilian oversight, maintaining fully functioning outposts on the Moon, Mars, and beyond. It's a cinematic blend of UFO lore, Cold War paranoia, and corporate intrigue. But let's be totally clear right from the start. There is currently zero verifying scientific, governmental, or peer-reviewed physical evidence to back any of this up. Virtually every claim rests on personal accounts, testimony, and leaked documents of highly questionable origin. So who are the people making these extraordinary claims? Enter the whistleblowers. They are the absolute emotional core of the SSP mythology. These self-described insiders pop up on independent podcasts and alternative media, claiming they personally served aboard hidden space vessels or worked in classified aerospace projects. Many recount wild stories, being recruited as children, undergoing memory suppression, participating in joint diplomatic missions with extraterrestrial races, and working in underground facilities built deep within the Earth. Skeptics and journalists continuously point out a total lack of service records, documentation, or physical proof. These personal accounts carry immense weight in the community because human stories always feel more real and compelling than abstract technical debates. To understand why so many people find this plausible, you have to look at actual history. During the Cold War, both the US and Soviet Union ran deeply classified aerospace programs that stayed hidden for decades. Real stealth aircraft, high-altitude spy planes, and secret satellite networks were developed in total silence before being declassified. On top of that, trillions of unaccounted-for dollars in Pentagon audits fuel constant speculation about where that money actually goes. While official auditors point to massive bureaucratic mismanagement, conspiracy theorists see a massive off-the-books slush fund financing a secret fleet in space. This blend of real historical secrecy and real financial mysteries gives the SSP theory just enough plausibility to take root in the public imagination.